Update and of course the lightning warning says it's always looking out for me, but it's a good thing that the weather is very, very clear and warm in Sandton. That's where Sam Marshall is today. He's there ahead of the launch of EcoMobility Month. So let's just hope that the weather stays nice and clear for those who are going to be cycling to work and walking as opposed to using their private vehicles. Sam?
Good morning, Ayanda, and good morning to the viewers. Once again, rightfully said, we are broadcasting live from Sandton, and it's at the launch of EcoMobility Month, the EcoMobility Festival that's celebrated worldwide. And it's all about not only making access routes easier, but it also is about sustainability when it comes to the environment. Let me give you some really scary numbers. In this part of South Africa, in Sandton, this business hub, we've got close to 150,000 people that come through this area on a day-to-day basis, up to 75,000 cars. You can only imagine the impact that has on our environment. Right now, I'm joined by the MMC for transport in the city of Johannesburg, Ma'am Christine Walters. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us. Just very quickly, give us a sense of why we're forming part of this global movement.
Good morning, Sam, and good morning to the viewers. Sam, the eco-mobility concept and the word itself is a verb, was coined by the eco-mobility community under ICLEI. It's over 1,000 cities across the world that comes together, that looks at what's happening in the world. As you know, that by 2050, over 80% of the people will be living in metropolitan cities and so on. So you really have to mitigate. It's also about healthy lifestyles, about the greenhouse gas emissions in the city. We're sitting with 57 to 60% greenhouse gas emissions, and we really have to bring that figure down. It's about a mindset, changing the way you think, but also about equality. Most of our people in South Africa come from disadvantaged communities and they walk. We've got 10,000 people walking from Alex every day into Sandton. We're building right now a bridge for them. It's going to be divided into cycling and walking. And we are promoting the new values that the world is looking at to make sure that we save the planet. So we've got to have a look and see whether we're really serious about saving this planet and there being a planet for the future for our children. So we're really busy believing that with this festival we want to change people's paradigms.
Ma'am, let me talk about cost implication very quickly. From a cost perspective, putting something together like this today, blocking off majority of the streets coming into Sandton, and then continuing for the rest of the month. Talk to me about that cost implication.
Well, first of all, it was very difficult. It took us over a year. This is a culmination of over a year's work. The mayor met with the General Secretary of ICLEI at an international event. And you know, Suwon in Korea hosted the event in 2013. And the mayor was asked, would he be interested in expressing himself here? And we were willing to take on this issue. And you must remember that from here, one of the programs will be where the mayors, over 13 mayors, will be making a declaration towards COP21, which will be held in Paris. By the way, just for information for the viewers, on Sunday, the mayor of Paris closed down the total area of Paris. And you've got the Eiffel Tower there. So it was a car-free day in Paris on Sunday. So the mayors are making these big decisions and saying, what are the mitigating factors? But we need our people to be part of that. So I really think that if we can get this paradigm shift of people moving to our new values of saying we want people to walk, cycle, public transport, and then the car. Right now, I can tell you, Sam, 2015, we know that 60% of users are private car users in the city. And yet we've got minibus taxis. I can tell you, people normally say they don't know how to get around the city. I challenge anybody to come to me, and I will take them through the city on 5 different modes of transport from the north of the city right down into Soweto.
Ma'am, we unfortunately run out of time, but thank you very much for joining me, the MMC of Transport for the City of Johannesburg. I'm Christine Walters, sharing what World Eco-Mobility is all about. And as we launch the festival, it'll be here for the next month. And it's extensive in terms of the road closures today, but from Mondays to Fridays, it will be impacted a little bit differently. We'll unpack that a little bit later for you when we have a chat to the Premier. We go to an ad break. You don't go anywhere.